Hannah, thank you. Those of you interested in American history are in for a great showing.
The Lincoln Theater is showing films about the American Revolution, and it's all free. Here with the details is Ken Heath and John Clark. Thank you guys for taking a little time with
good to
me
be
today.
here.
Just tell me a little bit about what we have coming up.
Sure. This is, of course, America's 250th birthday, and Marion and Smith County are celebrating big time. We're tying in our history, the Lincoln Theater being a 1929 buy-in revival, one of the last two in America that's been restored. And they're doing a film series, and it starts up March 29th. And every month they're going to have a different film talking about American history, everything from The Patriot to The Crossing, famous movies we've seen and some that maybe not so famous. But at the end of each one of those, they're going to have a community discussion and talk about how they fit into Marion and Smith County's history and how it ties in with American history, to be able to tie those things together and also to showcase the theater.
And these are movies you may or may not have seen before, so I'm interested to see how they tie back into the community. Now, John, you're more the speaker side. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, I'm representing the Smith County Museum and Historical Society. We have programs, 7 programs through April through October. There's going to be a program on the Melungeons, indigenous maybe East Tennessee and Southwest Virginia. The Civil War, East Tennessee was probably very Union, Southwest Virginia was very Confederate. We have the first black athlete at Emory Henry College who's doing a program on Dr. Martin Luther King. I'm going to do a program on Southern Gypsum, a huge gypsum company. They make wallboard that actually had all sorts of interesting people there, including, believe it or not, the winningest football coach in Iowa State history came from Iowa to work for his uncle, a world-renowned engineer in North Holston. Joe Tennis, who I'm sure you all know, is going to talk about coastal Virginia to the Blue Ridge. Mary Lunsford is going to be going over genealogy, and Patton Graham is going to discuss the development of Marion's North Main Street, which Ken was very instrumental in developing back in the day, and I assisted Ken as town manager at that time.
Well, a lot of powerhouse speakers, it sounds like, and Ken.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Right. Can't sell him short. So we look forward to it, and I've never done PowerPoint, but Ken said he's going to help me.
I'm going to help him out. We're going to get John taken care of. Yeah, we got it. We got it.
Easy peasy. Now tell me a little bit about the selection process for this. Just kind of trying to fit it into the programs that you're trying to do, or kind of what went into selecting these speakers?
Well, I really wasn't involved in that directly, but we just try to get a menagerie of things, fairly recent history, further back history, present things. So we just try to have something there for everybody. The museum has been there, 20 years on North Main Street, and a lot of very dedicated volunteers.
And Ken, why is it so important to not only celebrate American history this year, but also how it ties back into our local roots?
Sure. You know, you look at, we were coming down here, and of course, the last John was doing, and is still working now as town manager of Chilhowie. In 1750, the American experiment ended at 1750 in Chilhowie. That's as furthest west we were. So all this was wilderness out through here. So you really start looking at the history that we have here. Arthur Campbell, and John is much more of a historian than I am. He's buried in Smith County and Kings Mountain.
He wrote Kings Mountain.
Yeah, so he wrote Kings Mountain. So all the history ties together, and we're trying to pull all that together so that folks understand and appreciate where we came from in Smith County and how that fits into the overall scheme of the 250th anniversary.
And there's a lot of history, which is why you got to break it up into multiple sessions. We'll have that information online. But you can also check out that film series coming out. The American Revolution Free Film Series runs from the end of March until October. Each showing will have its own theme. Then, of course, there's speaker sessions. To learn more, head to va250.org. Just look for Smith County. We'll be right back.